guys, so today is a very special day. I'm here at Pineapple Dance Studios and I've clean shaven for a very special reason. Please welcome Ian Stroughair. Ian
Hello.
is a drag cabaret star who's bringing his show Iconic, A Brief History of Drag around the UK.
Yeah.
And we thought we'd have a chat about it, but we thought it would be quite exciting if he gave me a bit of a drag makeover.
Drag makeover.
In the style of what you're wearing in the show.
Yes. So we're going to reconstruct what I wear, my makeup design for my show, but on this beautiful face here.
And I've never done anything like this before, so take me.
Just a word of warning, doing makeup on yourself is, you know the shapes of your face, but I've never done this on anyone else or attempted to make it look good, so I apologise if he looks like a dog's dinner at the end. So let's begin! Okay, so what we're going to do is, so in the show I don't, traditionally, or always actually, drag queens will put glue on their eyebrows, a spirit gum, or the purple Pritt stick, and then they layer it, and put wax over, and then eventually what you get is a smooth surface, and then you can redraw on your eyebrows. I don't do that in the show, and I've stopped doing it now because I'm starting to lose them because I'm getting old. So we're going to do, but you've got much thicker eyebrows, so what we're going to do is we're going to hide your eyebrows by making that a crease of your thingy bobs.
So 2 black eyes.
So yeah, but usually if you're doing this for a shoot or doing it in a show with your eyebrows, we probably definitely would glue and wax. But Ed's got a social life after this, so let's not do that to him because it takes forever to get off. So we're going to start off with your forehead. Are you too hot or are you alright?
No, I'm fine.
Are you good? Okay, let's do a bit of... Good. So we're using full coverage MAC foundation here, and I'm just going to start with his forehead. A lot of time you see people do their top of their eyes and then they powder here, put loads of translucent powder on to stop fallout, but I actually think it's better just to do everything from your eye up and then do your base at the bottom later, because then you won't make any mistakes. Yay! So
tell me about your show while you're doing this.
Right.
How long has it been going? Where's it come from?
So Iconic, A Brief History of Drag was, I came up with the idea, I was in Tanzania, in East Africa, doing a drag show, because that makes sense. And I was there and I had 2 weeks off between gigs, so I thought, what can I do? Okay, I'll write a show. Now, I was getting a lot of tweets while I was out there, and my lovely fan base from over the years, from musical theatre, they generally asked me to do, I just basically get requests to do like iconic drag songs. You know, like the songs you think of if you say drag queen.
Like I Will Survive.
Exactly, or like I Am What I Am, or you know, anything from Priscilla, all those kind of things, Rocky Horror. Yeah. And I've always, as you know, from back in the day, I've always tried to not do anything that's really obvious.
Right. Yeah.
And it's worked really well for me. However, it got to a point where I was getting so many requests, it was kind of being a bit unfair, and I like to give everyone what they want. I'm a bit of a pleaser. So I thought, if I write a show, whack all those songs in the show, in one show, and kind of rip the bandage off, and then I can put it to bed, and then everyone's happy, and then I don't have to sing the songs again. But when I was doing it and researching it, all those kind of things, I was kind of shocked at how many other songs and drag moments in history that most people had either forgotten about or don't kind of associate with drag. So it basically became like a really fun experience to write, and then I realised I actually really enjoyed the show. And
so it's kind of, it is what it says, it's a brief history of drag throughout time.
Throughout time, and actually, as it turns out, it's more the songs and musicians and artists and musical and things like that that influenced me when I started doing drag, without me even realising really. So for example, just powdering there, Queen, the Queen video, I Want to Break Free, do you remember that?
Yeah, with Hoover.
Yeah, with the Hoover and Freddie in drag. That is, well, apart from Queen being my favourite band, that is such an iconic moment and most people know about it. So that's just smacked me in the face. Most people, that's such a strong image in your head, so if I say drag to you, that does come up quite often. People think of that, because it's such it's an iconic moment. So that we've got, you know, that in the show, I Want to Break Free, but instead of just kind of churning it out as it is. We've rewritten it as a ballad, so it's kind of more kind of stripped back. And that's one of my favourite moments actually, there's that. And then we've got stuff like David Bowie, because of course, we've got this lovely section of the show which is about, I kind of talk about how Bowie kind of pushed boundaries and did had that kind of androgynous look way before anyone else. And he challenged perceptions and dared to be different at a time when Freddie Mercury and Elton John were still in the closet. Right. So like you say, because he was a straight man, it was more shocking but less shocking at the same time if a straight man does something. So what's really fabulous about that is what he did for the gay community in doing that. Yeah. But we may not even realise at the time, but you know, it kind of opened the door for more people to be, you know, expressive and wear what the hell they want to wear. Really. Yeah. So there we go. We've got a forehead there. It's a very contoured forehead. So what I'm using now is MAC full coverage again, but it's a white. And we're going to use this as a base for an eyeshadow, which to some might be confusing, but the eyeshadow I'm going to use is ultraviolet, and it's a loose powder. So if you use a thick white concealer, and then apply the powder in little dabs, it stays on and it's much stronger. So now we've got my little loose ultraviolet, it's really yellow. We're going to dab this on. We're going on a UK tour.
Where are you going?
We're opening in Brighton on Monday.
Monday the 7th of May in Brighton. Whereabouts in Brighton?
So it's Brighton Fringe and it's at the Spiegel tent. You pop those on your thighs. There you go. Oh, look at that. Yes, the Spiegel tent, and it is Brighton Fringe Festival.
Great.
And, which is this Monday. Yellow. Here we go, Conor Vice.
And then where'd you go after that?
And then after that, we're going to go to Leicester Curve on June the 1st.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then we go to Manchester Hope Mill on the 22nd of June. And then after that, we go to Liverpool, Peterborough, and then we go to New York.
Where is it, 54 Below?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Which is my favourite. And then, yeah, so it's nice to be going back there. So for those who are in New York, 54 Below is on the 20th of July at Feinstein's. Nice. 54 Below. Now what I'm doing, this is a corally, kind of pinky eyeshadow from Cryolan, which I'm really, really sad because they're going to discontinue this. I just stabbed him in the eye again. And then after that we go to Edinburgh.
Oh, for the whole month?
Whole month.
Where are you on in Edinburgh?
We're at Checkpoint, which is fabulous. Okay. Which is Assembly Checkpoint, which is, it's like an old converted church. Is this really uncomfortable?
It's just different.
Different. Nearly done, nearly done. Yeah, Assembly Checkpoint, we're there for the whole month.
What time are you on?
9:30.
In the evening?
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's all live music?
All live music, got a live band and backing singers as well.
Oh.
It's very popular.
Great.
Look to the camera. Ooh, really drama.
Wow.
Really subtle.
I kind of want to keep it on.
You should. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the glitter. So now, as I said before, I don't do eyebrows anymore. I have this glitter thing, and I'm going to put that on now because that tends to fall out. So put that on now, I can then re-wipe, you see, so it's not going to look a hot mess. This is Cryolan, it's called Hydromastic. It's spirit gum, which is what you use in the musicals or drag. The wig lace that goes around like that, it's the glue that sticks that down. Okay. The only difference is this is water soluble, so it won't, it'll come off. So you won't look like a dog.
Where are you putting that?
I'm putting that just above your eyebrow here. Okay. And I'm going to do this little glittery thing.
Oh, it feels like a slug.
Yeah, a little bit like a slug. This looks good. I think you can like this. I'm looking for glitter. Ooh. You see?
Oh.
Glam.
Oh, look, a glamorous fluorescent badger.
That's what you are. So all this stuff that's fallen out now, this is why we do the bottom bit last, because your cheeks look a mess, because I've made a mess, you see. What I'm doing now, I am doing eyeliner. Ugh, it's a nightmare, this bit. So, oh no, actually, I want to do mascara. I'm going to do mascara first. If there's any makeup artists watching that are having a bitch, I am not a makeup artist, so I think we're doing quite well actually.
Yeah.
But so don't judge me if I'm doing this in the wrong order. But what I did do is I went and bought you know, the little separate ones, so you know it's all fresh, so we're not sharing brushes.
Great.
It's really considerate, I thought.
Don't share brushes, people.
Now usually you curl your eyelashes, but I'm not going to do that because one, you're twitchy, Tanya, and I'm not doing it on anyone else. I don't want to pull your eyeballs out.
Okay.
Right, I'm coming in with an eyelash, my darlings. This is going to be funny. It could go horribly wrong, but I don't mind because you don't know if you don't try. Now you keep that closed until it's dry,
Okay.
and we won't know if it's in the wrong place until it's dry.
Okay.
Which is part of the fun. This is a guessing game, boys and girls. Just going to pull this camera here so they can just see what's happening.
Okay.
To your eyes. Can you see that? The glue. That's the glue drying there. Ooh, she looks pretty. I'm going to put you back again.
What is that? Just a normal
This
concealer?
is, yeah, it's called Full Coverage and it's super, super thick. And it's from MAC, again. I'm just dabbing this around. And it is actually like concealer, the consistency is really thick. Now, because you've got dark hair, what we would probably do if we were doing this for a TV camera or a photo shoot, you'd get like an orange, really bright orange foundation, and we'd put it all over your chin and here. Because then, and you use that, kind of that then becomes your skin colour, and then you powder it, and then we'd use this over the top so that you would get your 5 o'clock shadow.
Oh.
Yeah, which is because you've got dark hair.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that because I'm blonde. Mentally and physically blonde. This should do for now. Just a really subtle bit of foundation. Now I'm going to take this sponge and I'm going to dab his face. This is going to be really annoying, sorry about that. You're just kind of spreading it around. Sorry about that. You've got such a pretty face.
Thanks.
Good cheekbones. Well done, parents. Now, that's our base. So what we're going to do now is draw on fake. They call it contouring these days. And you like Kim Kardashian, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So you know all about contouring.
Okay.
And that's where we basically cheat.
On the cheeks.
We cheat our cheeks. Now, this is a really hard thing to do. So if you're a makeup artist watching, please don't judge, because basically, we got it. Stay where you are. And we're basically accentuating, is that a word?
Mm-hmm.
What would be your, where your cheekbones are. And so hopefully that will be in the right place-ish. And then we're going to blend it all together. But it's so much easier to do on yourself. Now you can relax. And then pop your head back a little bit.
Head?
Yeah.
Hair?
No, head, that's it, yeah. I'm just gonna do this as well, which will feel awful and what we're also doing now is softening. Because men have a strong... Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Men have a stronger jawline, so what we're gonna do is... Well, it depends actually.
Did you say draw line?
I meant jawline, but I said draw line, because I'm drawing a line. See? So we're gonna soften off your jawline. Oh yeah, I've got contouring. I've not fully blended yet. But now I'm going to use this really subtle highlighter, which is not subtle at all, it's white. You look up for me. Ooh, cheekbones high.
Oh.
Yeah. Look at me. Oh. Nobody zoom in. Too close. That's not that bad. Most people start drag. You know, you have to get out there into the clubs and have a go and make a fool of yourself and look terrible for a long time. And slowly, over the years, the older queens, the nice ones, will go, all right, girl, you need to sort that out. And they'll, you know, I remember we used to walk into Madame Jojo's back in the day and they'd like literally go, right, backstage, and they'd sort you out. Because I'd look a mess, you know. And it's kind of the culture, you kind of had to earn your stripes and you had to, you know, and then people would help you. Whereas now, all they do is watch YouTube videos. You know, God forbid, but someone out there might be watching this and then copy this look. You might not
like the Joker.
Yeah, you do. So I'm not saying it's easier for them now, I just think they all end up looking a bit like the same. I think that's the lips done. Don't look too closely, my darlings, because I've kind of screwed up the bottom. But isn't she pretty? So the next, to complete this look for my show, iconic abbreviation drag, I would use, which we're not going to do because, again, going out, but these are coloured hairsprays. So this one, for example, is like blue. So imagine you'd have blue hair. So I usually do like half blue and then a half pink.
Oh.
Cool, isn't it?
One day we should do the full thing.
Full thing, yeah.
Where'd you get them from? They're great.
Cryolan. And these are UV as well, so under the lights, they like literally glow in the dark. Let's have a look. We need to give you a name. You need a drag name. Do you feel like
I've always said my French name is Chocolat Show.
Chocolat Show.
So maybe that.
Look at Chocolat Show. Look at that. Yay!
There we go. Voila.
There you go. Voila.
Oh, look great.
There she is. I can imagine that when your hair, you know, we could back all that up and have the. I quite like it because it's an androgynous kind of. What's the name? Annie Lennox meets Bowie meets all sorts of different people. There she is. The Chocolat Show.
So if you want to see Ian Stroughair with similar makeup, I'll put a picture somewhere around here of the poster, so you can see how the makeup looks on him as well. So A Brief History of Drag, iconic, on tour around the UK and heading to New York now. Head over to the website, links below, for all the dates and to book tickets. I'm going to now try and get all of this off.
We've got some Cryolan makeup wipes.
Wow.
Fear not. What a pleasure.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure, and have a great tour.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.